Welcome everybody to the season finale of the Dongcast, and tonight Tim, Devin, and myself are going to be talking to you and warning you about why you should be canceling Santa Claus. So one night, this was, I must have been like 7 or 8. I woke up and I went into the living room because I heard some rustling around, and I caught Santa Claus, and he tried to solicit my slave labor. So he turns little kids into elves. So I know that's part of his magic. And of course I said no. Like, I love my mommy and daddy. I want to stay here. And he started like chasing me, and like I knocked on my parents' door and they woke up, and then I turned around and Santa was gone. But he tried to force me into living in the North Pole making toys. I don't know if it was because I was a handsome little boy or what, but
I heard he only employs ugly kids.
I don't think he wanted you for the toy making process.
it's possible.
It's a long night. He gets lonely.
He was going to drop you back off at home. Don't worry. You just would never be the same, and no one would believe you. One night I woke up because I heard the stomping on the roof, so I went out and I looked, and I saw him. He was just like sitting there before he was gathering his stuff, and the reindeer were stomping, and he grabbed his whip and he just started whipping him in the back, just like animal cruelty style, telling him to stop stomping, hush up. He was like verbally abusing him. One of them, I think I remember him saying like Prancer, just kept like prancing his little feet. So I walked over there with the whip and like choked him around the neck until he stopped. And then he just like threw him in the back of his sleigh and threw the presents down the chimney and flew off. Santa's a bad dude, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember some other things. I mean, I worked for him for free at Santa's Village one year. I remember that. We had to give out candy canes to tourists. Yeah, nothing as bad as y'all's.
I remember my brother, we went over to one of the mall to see Santa one time, and my brother sat on his lap, and I remember him telling me that Santa tried to cop a feel, and no one believed him. Oh gosh,
that's when I sat on Santa's lap when I was like 6 or something. That's when I realized that Santa was a boy, because I felt something hard poking through my snow pants.
Are you sure it wasn't a candy cane?
Well, it might have been.
Do you think that all of Santa's power comes from his beard?
No.
I don't know. Maybe.
No, it's just so curly and white. It's not even like stained. You know what I mean? Like when you see old white people with like their white beards, they get it starts staining yellow and like tea colored based on the stuff that they eat and they smoke. But Santa's is perfectly white all year round, even despite eating all that chocolate.
You know, there's this one year, I was like 2 years old, and I remember seeing Santa Claus walk out of my mom's bedroom. And then my brother was born, and I think I'm just now piecing together that Santa fucked my mom.
I've got a question. So this is off of Santa, but it's talking about his reindeer. So Rudolph, his red nose, I don't think Rudolph was born with that. So my question is, what is Santa making these reindeer do before they go out?
I think Santa not biologically engineered. I think that he, what's it called? When did a technological implant on Rudolph. That's what I think he did. He had the elves
do it. It could also be like the reindeer version of Pink Eye. And we all know how you get pink eye, right?
Yeah.
Well, what if it's the version of Pink Eye, like Tim said, right? And then Rudolph isn't a name of the reindeer; it's the name of the disease, right? So Rudolph could be any one of his reindeer at any point in the year.
I've set up the barricade, and I'm just waiting for that fat bastard to show up.
I'm going to turn on my fireplace, and I'm going to go ahead and take the credit for anything that is left.
Lock all the doors and windows.
Just just make sure I wake up early, and any gifts he leaves for my son, I'm gonna take those right off and write my name like from Daddy.
So how do we get everybody else to cancel Santa? Like, are we the only ones that see that he's not good?
We should put out a video.
Honestly, the propaganda money in the Santa machine, placed by or established by corporate America, there's nothing the three of us can ever do. We just gotta live with it.
I mean,
But you know what, America? You could do your part. If presents are left under your tree, take off the tag and write your name.
Yes.
spread this video to your friends and family and warn them. Be like, hey,
Yeah.
there's some
Get the
stuff
word out.
going on. Yeah.
Like, share, comment what Santa's done to you, for real. Because we're not the only ones that he's hurt.
Can we talk about some of the things that we don't like about Santa Claus? Have you guys thought of anything? Like, what? Just your general dislikes. Like, what do you not like about him? Not necessarily what he's done wrong, but what do you not like about him?
He utilizes slave labor.
Well, that's something he does wrong. But yeah, that's a good point.
I don't like that he only wears red and white.
I don't like that he's so goddamn jolly all the time.
I don't like that he manipulates kids into leaving cookies for him.
I don't like that he's sneaking into people's houses.
I don't like that he's able to keep eating cookies without getting heart attacks. That's insane to me.
This guy,
Why should he do that?
this guy literally will go to the front door. It's locked. He doesn't even try the front door. He just goes straight for the chimney.
I know this way's free.
You know, one year I didn't even have a chimney. He just broke through the window. My dad woke up, came down with a shotgun, and he was like, "Oh, never mind, kids. It's Santa Claus."
I guess the next question is, do you guys think it actually is slave labor, or is he paying these elves? And if he is paying elves, what's the minimum wage?
Here's my thought. Are you ready? Because I talked about this at dinner with my wife.
Okay.
I think it's slave labor. I think that he has got these elves because they can't go anywhere else, right? If he says, okay, you're free, where are they going to go? And then he drugs them. He drugs their food, he drugs their drink so that they stay jolly and complacent all the time and do whatever he says.
And I'm gonna
And
build
if
on
they
top
don't,
of that.
if they don't, he feeds them to the reindeer.
Now, do you
And I'm
think?
gonna build on top of that. The reason none of these first world countries intervene, like we do in a bunch of other countries, is because there's so much pro Santa propaganda out there. Like Elf the movie. Come on, Will Ferrell. Nobody's believing it. You aren't.
There's a
getting
reason
paid
why he
attention.
ran away from the North Pole.
There's a reason you're all short. It's called malnutrition.
Well, either that, it could be either malnutrition or, like Devin was saying, he's drugging them, and maybe that's the drug stunt growth or something.
Yeah, maybe.
And then, is there only
You know what else?
one woman in the North Pole? And
Is that
Santa,
Mrs. Claus?
Santa gets the woman?
Oh, the other thing is Santa's just up there hoarding all the magic in the world, right?
Yeah.
Apparently there's all this magic that he uses, but like he ain't shared it with no one else.
Now, okay, so obviously there's a huge push for EVs. So, like, what's going on with his sled?
Could you imagine all of the electric companies just going under and gas companies all because he shared his magic? Like, we want to stop global warming. Just give us your fucking give us your freaking magic.
Well, I'm wondering if,
It's safe.
like, what if combustion engines aren't even doing that much damage and it's his magic? Like, what if his magic is what's opening up the ozone?
Well, he's only doing it once a year.
Yeah.
And all of the research we have on climate change is another propaganda thing put out by Santa Claus.
He's got a lot of power.
I bet he does have all those toy factories putting out that smog.
Yeah.
You expect me to believe that all those elves are making these toys by hand? Nah. No, girl.
Right.
So you guys listening out there, shut it down. Free the
Yeah,
elves,
shut it down.
slay the reindeer,
Send
trim the beard.
Send a letter to Santa Claus petitioning him to shut it all down. So
Now-
Santa, you're a poor excuse for a human.
I want to know where he's getting the money
You were gonna say something?
for some of these gifts that he's giving out. Because he's buying the support. He's buying his constituents, basically, all these kids across the world grow up to be huge
some
supporters.
adults.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and adults. And they, like, I feel like he's got to be taxed for it or something. I don't know. Like, what's his source of income? Obviously, he can eat.
For free once
Yeah.
a year at kids' houses.
Yeah, he gets a bunch of cookies. That's enough calories.
And you know what? He just, the ones he doesn't eat, he probably just puts in his sack and brings home.
No, because mine, like, all the cookies that I ever left out had a bite in them, and he just left them behind. Unless my cookies just were trash.
Yeah, your cookies sucked. That's the problem.
Crap.
I-
Recipe.
I came up with the idea that, like, he comes by your house, he eats his cookies, he drinks the milk, but I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to drink milk when it's been sitting out for like 10 minutes, let alone, what, like 6 hours? 12 hours?
Unless
Gross.
he's forcing the reindeer to drink that.
Oh my! That's how they can fly. They're so skinny because of all the diarrhea.
Come here, Rudolph. Open your mouth.
No,
Open your mouth. Chug this.
maybe he gets all of his toys that he gives out every year from the landfills. Because you know this, he never gives you something original, nothing new. It's always something that's already been done. So he just recycles all the toys that we throw away from last Christmas, and he just brings it back.
Or, and hear me
Spends
out.
on some new paint.
Hear me out. On Boxing Day, he goes around to all of the orphanages and steals their toys so they don't have anything. And then he just says, all right, elves, refurbish this so we can pass it out again.
That makes sense, actually. Yeah. That's why
That's why-
orphans are so angry all the time.
And they don't have any possessions of their own. All right, Tim, you and your collarbone, tell us how Santa did you dirty.
Santa has never brought me a gift. I've always been a good boy, right? Right, guys? I've always been a good boy? Devin? Ben?
Yeah, you've always been good.
Most of the
Yeah,
time.
and he's never brought me a gift. He's never brought me a gift.
So this is episode 10, I think, right? We're going to call this
Uh-huh.
the season
You didn't
finale.
check your YouTube channel?
Bro, do you know how
Nah,
long this has been?
It's been a while.